Imagine waking up tomorrow and finding out someone secretly took 10% of your savings. No email. No warning. No bank notification. Sounds impossible, right? Well, that's exactly what's happening. It's called inflation, and unlike a thief, it doesn't break into your house. It quietly steals your purchasing power every single year. If you've ever wondered why groceries cost more, rent keeps rising, and your salary never seems enough, this video will explain why. More importantly, I'll show you exactly how ordinary people in the UK and US can protect themselves. By the end of this video, you'll understand a money secret that schools rarely teach, but wealthy people use to stay ahead. Part 1, the £100/$100 test. Let's do a simple experiment. Imagine you have £100 in the UK or $100 in the US. Today, that money might buy groceries, fuel, or a nice dinner. Now imagine you put that same £100 or $100 under your mattress and don't touch it for 10 years. When you finally spend it, you'll notice something strange. The money didn't disappear. But it buys far less than before. Why? Because prices kept rising while your cash stayed exactly the same. This is inflation. Inflation doesn't make your money smaller. It makes everything else more expensive. That's why many people feel poorer even if they're earning more than they did a few years ago. Part 2, the coffee story. Think about your favorite coffee shop. A coffee that cost £2.50 a few years ago may now cost £4. In many US cities, a coffee that was $3 is now closer to $5 or more. Did coffee suddenly become magical? No. The value of money changed. Now think bigger. Groceries. Fuel. Electricity. Insurance. Rent. House prices. Almost everything has become more expensive over time. This isn't just happening to you. It's happening to millions of families across the UK and the US. Part 3, the biggest mistake people make. Here's the mistake. Most people believe saving money in cash is enough. Saving is important. Everyone should have an emergency fund. But keeping all your wealth in cash for years means inflation slowly reduces its buying power. Imagine climbing a staircase that moves downward. Even if you're standing still, you're actually going backwards. That's exactly what inflation does. Part 4, why the rich keep getting richer, 5 to 645. Here's where things get interesting. Rich people understand one simple rule. They don't let their money sit idle. Instead, they put it to work. They buy businesses, stocks, property, index funds, assets that have the potential to grow over time. While inflation makes everyday goods more expensive, quality investments have historically increased in value over long periods. That's why many wealthy people focus on owning assets rather than holding large amounts of cash. Money should be an employee, not something that sleeps in a bank account forever. Part 5, 5 ways to fight inflation. Now let's talk about solutions. 1. Build an emergency fund. Keep enough cash to cover several months of essential expenses. This gives you security when unexpected events happen. 2. Invest for the long term. Many people in the UK and US invest regularly in diversified index funds through tax-efficient accounts available in their country. Long-term investing has historically outpaced inflation over extended periods, although investments can go up or down. 3. Learn high-income skills. Inflation affects everyone. But people who continually improve valuable skills often have more opportunities to increase their income. Skills like AI, digital marketing, software development, sales, copywriting, video editing. Investing in yourself can provide returns that no bank account can match. 4. Avoid bad debt. High-interest credit card debt becomes even harder to manage when living costs rise. Pay off expensive debt as early as possible and avoid buying things you can't comfortably afford. 5. Make your money work automatically. Instead of spending first and saving what's left, save and invest automatically whenever you get paid. Even small amounts invested consistently over many years can make a meaningful difference. Consistency often beats trying to time the market. Part 6. The lesson most people learn too late. Here's the truth. Inflation isn't your biggest enemy. Ignoring inflation is. You don't need to become a millionaire overnight. You don't need to take huge risks. You simply need to understand how money works. The earlier you learn this, the more choices you'll have later in life. Financial freedom isn't about earning the most. It's about making smarter decisions with the money you already have. Outro, 10:45 to 11:30. So the next time someone tells you to just save your money, remember this. Saving protects you in the short term. But investing wisely and building valuable skills help protect your future from inflation. If you found this video useful, hit the like button and subscribe because every week we break down complicated money topics into simple, practical advice for people in the UK and the US. And if you don't want inflation quietly stealing your future, watch the next video on your screen. How banks create money out of thin air, and why it affects you. Trust me, you'll never look at money the same way again.